Holy ban list. So of course that's what we're going to be talking about today is the ban list. Now normally I don't really care about the ban list. I think I've made maybe one ban list video. Just kind of woke up. But yeah, everyone's been talking about this ban list, and normally I'd be like, yeah, ban list. Um, but the thing is, this ban list is so different from what normally the ban list would be that I really just got to talk about this. Now, at first, when I saw this ban list, I'm like, 15 cards, Konami? You banned 15 cards for the English TCG? Like, wow, what are you doing to this game? And then after a while, I was really looking at the list, and it really does make sense. I do remember somebody saying that Konami wanted a completely different format, and with this, god damn, with this, I can definitely see a new format. I can kind of see prophecies being still used, even though Judgment is gone, but we will see. So we're just going to be talking about, of course, the banned cards, limited cards. They banned like 15 cards, limited like 18 cards. So let's get on with it. So the first ones we're just going to talk about all in one cluster is the baby dragons. So the baby dragons, which is the 4-element dragon baby forms, they were all banned. I never really played against this deck. It was apparently a very good deck and was just got too many pluses and was stupid easy to use. I think the baby dragons apparently allowed it to go like just very splashable in almost any deck. So they did get rid of them, which is really cool. I don't really mind that. We have Elemental Hero Stratos, which was hit for heroes. Now on this list, it would seem that Konami wanted to hit every single deck that had, like every single deck's number one problematic card. Like it was either just too good for some reason for the deck, and oh, that's 3 for 3. Well, we gotta get more sleep. But anyways, um, I think they hit at least the one card that nobody really liked in every single deck that they could. Thus making it like so they just want completely new decks. I think. Um, So, of course, as I said, the next one was Stratos. It was the search engine of the deck, but it did more than that, of course. It could destroy Spell Trap cards if you really needed to. Apparently, there was some OTK with the thing that was going to be coming up, and it had to go. We are then looking at that is the end of the effect monsters, like the normal effect kind of monsters. Next, we have number 16, Shockmaster, which I do believe was hit for windups, because windups really use the Shockmaster loop to bring out Shockmaster. So that I believe is the windup hit. I'm fine with Shockmaster being hit. Uh, just means I have an extra slot in my extra deck for my windups. We have Card Destruction, which I believe was hit because of Dark Worlds. It is also another card that says, I have some cards that I want in my graveyard. Card Destruction. It'll allow me to put them in the graveyard as well as draw some new cards in my hand. So I can see Card Destruction was a very good draw card, an extremely good draw card, but too good in Dark Worlds, so they had to get rid of it. Gateway of the Six, which 6 Samurais were hit. Gateway of the Six just gave out way too many pluses, and I'm perfectly fine with it being gone. Um, let's see here. Heavy Storm is one thing I was on the fence on this one. Now, I'm not a big fan of Heavy Storm, but I'm not exactly a big fan of somebody saying set 5 go. Right? Then you have to deal with all those cards. But they did also help the problem with that by limiting some other stuff. So I am totally cool with Heavy Storm being banned now. Next we have Monster Reborn has now been hit for the ban list. It was a really stupid card. You played it and you brought anything back that could be brought back. I do agree with it being gone, so it is now gone. Pot of Avarice. There is a new Pot of Avarice coming out in the next set, and of course they're not going to be able to sell it if the old one is still here. So they banned Pot of Avarice. I can see why. I have a friend of mine who is going to be absolutely happy that Pot of Avarice was finally banned for him. And but I mean, I wasn't really using it all too much anymore, so Pot of Avarice can go ahead and be banned. We will have the new one coming up. Spellbook of Judgment, a card that should have never been created. I have fought against or played against Spellbook of Judgment before. It was not fun. It is never fun seeing that Spellbook of Judgment. So thank God it is banned. They couldn't have brought it to one because it is a very searchable card. They had to ban it. And Super Rejuvenation, again, for Dragons. Dragons got smashed. But of course, I think Super Rejuvenation, I don't know if it was used in all the Dragon decks or just the Element Dragons. So it was hit for Dragons all around. We have Solemn Judgment that was banned. I really don't understand why Solemn Judgment. It does negate, but again, as I said, with Heavy Storm being banned, they had to do something about the other like trap cards that you would have, like Solemn Judgment and stuff like that, to get rid of it. So I mean, Solemn Judgment is now banned. Kind of sad because I did get myself an ultra rare one a little while ago, but you know what? C'est la vie. And Ultimate Offering was for Madolches and Gadgets. Madolches had no DK with it, and Gadgets just abused the crap out of Ultimate Offering, so I can definitely see why they banned Ultimate Offering. And wanting to, of course, hit every single deck. For our limited, we have Atlantean Dragoons. That is for Mermails, I believe. I never faced Mermails. I never really went against Mermails back when they first kind of started coming out, along with the structure deck. So I heard it was a really good card, and couldn't care less that it's gone. We have Brotherhood of the Firefist Spirit. I don't even know what that does because I haven't even really looked at Fire Fists. Deep Sea Diva was really good for synchro summoning, and they did have to get rid of Deep Sea Diva because of something that was unlimited. They brought back the 3. So I can definitely see why they got rid of that. We have at 1 Gen X Ally Birdman. Now, Gen X Ally Birdman, I did use 1 or 2 in my wind-up deck. Of course, I can only use 1 now, which is fine because I did have a misprint one that, one will work fine in it. And we now have Rescue Rabbit because, Rescue Rabbit it is an easy, Exceed card. So, I do use, and my Gladiator Beast does have Rabbit in it, and it just makes me just need to use 1 now. I might change my Gladiator Beast deck just for something different now. Maybe I will go back to Icarus Attack Glads or Hero Glads. I am not sure. I didn't really like Hero Glads. It's something that didn't really work out too well, but you know what? Yu-Gi-Oh! Is about a fun game, not a competitive game, like it is being seen all the time. Something that my friend is not going to like. You did get Pot of Avarice banned, my friend. Like, you got it. It was banned for you, I guess. I don't know. But Thunder King Ryo has now been put to 1. That is the one thing you're going to have to suffer with. And I am fine with Thunder King being at 1 because it is a very annoying card. And I hate it. So it's gone down to 1. I'm cool with that. Gishki Mind August, or if Gishki Mind August. Okay. I actually never used it more than 1, but I know there was an OTK apparently with the thing. So I am not good with OTKs. OTKs and FTKs I'm not really fond with, so you know what? Get rid of the problem. I'll do Warren Tiger, King of the Ice Barrier at 1. I'm guessing there was another OTK or something. I know there was a loop with him before, but I don't know if there was one now. Constellar Tom M7. I don't know what the hell to pronounce this thing. I don't even know what the heck it does. It's limited. Cool. Let's see. Weaver Spells, Dimensional Fissure for those really, really annoying removal decks. I am cool with that being at 1. Gold sarcophagus, I never really saw a problem with golden sarcophagus, but if it's at one, it's at one. I don't use it, so. Uh, let's see what we have. Royal Tribute for Gravekeepers. So now they hit Gravekeepers as well. Again, I don't really run Gravekeepers, and Royal Tribute was again one of the it was the problematic card of the deck. They had to hit it, I guess. Bottomless Trap Hole, they hit to one. Again, with Heavy Storm being banned, they do want to control their spell and trap cards, so you don't just set 5 and end and have everything where your opponent will just summon something bottomless, play something solemn. They have controlled that, which is nice. I am glad that they have done that. Though with the trap tricks and everything that are coming out, it kind of is sad to see the bottomless trap hole go to 1. Compulsory Evacuation Device is probably my most problematic card on the list. I don't think it deserved to be spot at 1, but you know what? It's at 1. We'll follow the limit rules. That's okay. Eradicator Epidemic Virus, because you hit Prophecies by 1 card, and that was Judgment, which was a card that was never supposed to exist, or never should have existed, and you kind of just limited the problematic cards. So I don't know if Konami is wanting to promote Prophecy still, and just kind of amend their mistake that they really shouldn't have made that card, but they still want Prophecies to go somewhere, so they're going to limit the card that really goes against them. I don't know. I think I'm looking too much into this. In all honesty, I don't play in the meta, so in all honesty, it doesn't really concern me all too much. We have, let's see, Soul Drain. Okay, it's like Skill Drain, but for Graveyard or something like that. Torrential Tribute, because apparently it was too good at 2, brought it back down to 1. Torrential Tribute is a very, very good card. It's better than Mirror Force at times, because, your opponent has to be like, oh, well, they have a Mirror Force face down, I maybe shouldn't attack this turn. Whereas Torrential Tribute, if they go all out and overextend, you can just Torrential Tribute their field. So it is a very, very good card, but I think Torrential Tribute is something that should stay at 2. Mainly because I don't exactly I've played spam decks, I play windups, and I do agree that, if there are going to be decks like windups still out there that can spam the field, then in all honesty, I think that Torrential Tribute should still be at 2 to make those decks, to keep them at bay. Plague Spreader, Zombie, and Mizuki, they're both going to 2. I'm putting these together because vampires are a very big thing right now, and Konami wants to make them probably sell. So, Mizuki's Plague Spreader Zombie. The only problem I have with this is that they banned Bryonic, and I think Bryonic was like big, um, the big guy for Synchros. So I don't know why they're bringing Plague Spreader Zombie back to 2. But in any case, that's fine. TG Striker, a card which should have never been limited, is brought back to 2, which I am totally fine with. A lot of people are going to be playing TG Agents, as you will see in a little bit. Fire Formation 10 key. Yeah, I guess it was the Fire Fist deck hit as well as the Spirit. 10 key was very splashable in some decks, so they had to limit it to 2. And Dimensional Prison, of course, most people just ran it at 2 anyways. Cards that are not limited whatsoever. You can use 3. Destiny Hero Malicious, which is why I said, Deep Sea Diva had to go down to 1. We have Malicious at 3 now. That is the sole reason I believe that Deep Sea Diva went down to 1. Agents of Mystery Earth, again, as I said, TCG, what is that, TCG? TG Agents is going to be probably a bigger thing now because Earth is back to 3. I don't think Earth really should have been hit all too much, and this, I guess, really shows why. Tsukiyomi is at 3. It didn't do anything at 1. It did nothing at 2. It's not going to do anything at 3. Just let it be. A Hero Lives because they kind of killed heroes. Not really killed them. I hate it when people say, because if they ban a card, the deck's dead. I will kind of say that for Element Dragons, though, because they just smashed Element Dragons. But yeah, Hero Lives comes back because they now have no Stratos, Black Whirlwind, so we might see some Blackwing stuff. I mean, they don't have Gale, but that's all they don't have is Gale and like Black Wings. Like you have Icarus Attack, and that is a very good destruction spell. So Black Wings might come back. Emergency Call again. It's at 3 because they've lost the Stratos. Heradic Seal of Convocation. I guess Heretics aren't being really that great at all. Not being played. Give them back their search spell at 3. Pot of Duality, which is a card I don't think should have ever been hit. It makes decks more consistent, and you know what? Now that all the decks have gotten hit in some way, shape, or form, Pot of Duality is a perfect place to put cards in. So it can still make decks consistent even though they've lost cards. And Scapegoat is at 3 because you know what? Unless you're running some sort of plasma deck, Scapegoat's fine because you cannot exceed with them, and Synchro Summoning isn't as huge as it used to be. So that is the ban list, everyone. I am like at first I was thinking like this ban list was crap, but you know what? It's kind of grown on me. I absolutely love this ban list. I still, of course, play by the ban list. I don't play in tournaments or anything like that, but I still play with the ban list. And I think that with this ban list, I do think that the game of Yu-Gi-Oh will get a little bit better. We won't know until the future. The first couple of months are decent. When it comes to Yu-Gi-Oh, everyone's pretty happy until the new set comes out. Then something goes all broken and AWOL. So we will see when the time comes when the new set comes out. See if this ban list will work out. I know it is until December 31st, which is kind of odd, not March 31st. So I guess we just gotta wait till the end of the year to see the new ban list for the TCG. But until then, keep playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Keep playing Magic, and we will see you next time.